All right, good morning YouTube. James here with the Buscemi Family Channel. I've been struggling for content lately. I just had like mental blocks. So I said to myself, I'm just gonna show these guys what I'm actually doing. And today what I'm doing is putting together a desk chair for my wife. We got the Horshod Ponyo, the YJ3518GY. I'm going to put the link in the description, but the chair looks like this and it's very easy to put together. I did put it together yesterday because there's two of them, so I have a good sense of exactly what I'm doing this time around, and I'm gonna bring the whole thing to you. I'm gonna put a link in the description, so if you wanna get it, you could get it. Let's do it. All right, guys, one thing that I always like to do is I always like to unbox. I like to break down the box and put it all in the recycle. I like to get all the parts out. So you have the base of the chair. I shouldn't say base. This is where your butt will be sitting. This is obviously the back. I would more so call this the base. These are the wheels. You got the kind of pneumatic thing that will go up and down depending on the height that you want to keep it at. You got the arms, and you got this is the item that connects the base to the butt part of the chair. So I also am a little OCD, and I like to get all the screws. Now, I did put this together yesterday because we have two, and let me just tell you, this is one of the easiest ones to put together. So if you're looking for an easy chair to put together, this is the one. A child can do it. Not to mention, I'm gonna show you everything you need to know. The directions are super easy. Let me just give you a quick sense. In the beginning, it tells you what parts that you're supposed to have. And then it says literally, step 1, do this, step 2, do this. Super easy. It was so easy that I will not even need the directions as I put it together a second time. But I like to lay it all out. It's all laid out, and now I'm gonna show you how I quickly put it together. And by the way, it's so freaking hot and humid here, it's absurd. By the way, one last thing that I wanna show you. A lot of times these chairs and any types of these things that they make you put together comes with, like, you know, one of these wrenches things, but it doesn't come with this cool handle. One thing I love about this is that it has its handle. This handle made it so easy to put together, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about as I put it together. But great move by the producers of this product to have this tool versus the traditional tool. Traditionally, these things will come with something like this, which is a pain in the ass. This is what this chair comes with, and it is so much easier to put together. So good job, kudos to the people that produce this. Anyone who's producing these types of things, garbage. Excellent. All right guys, first thing you're gonna do, you see this little pneumatic thing? Super easy, right in the hole, boom. Very, very easy. Step one couldn't be easier. Step two is even easier than that. You're literally gonna take every one of these wheels and you're just gonna pop them in. They go in so easy that it's absurd. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Literally in about 30 seconds, I've done step 1 and step 2. It just was that easy. So let's move on. All right guys, the next step is to put the arms onto the seated part of the chair. When we turn over the seated part of the chair, it has 3 holes here, 3 holes here. What I like again about the manufacturers of this, they give you a little sticker here that says this is the front. So it kind of makes your life a little bit easier in terms of how to position the arms. I'm gonna show you now. Also, since there's 3 here and 3 here, that's 6 total. You're gonna be using, obviously, the one that has 6. None of the other groups of screws has 6, so we definitely know that it's this one. So let's get going with it. Oh, and this is probably the most difficult part of putting it together. And the reason why it's difficult is because when you take the arm and you want to put it onto the base, you cannot push it all the way down because the seated part of the chair is on the floor. So this is probably the most difficult because you have to literally lift this up and put it together that way. If that's your biggest problem, it's not that big of a problem. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the camera down and I'm gonna show you quickly how I put it together. And again, this tool makes your life so much easier. As you can see, it gives me an ability to grip and get leverage. Also, let me show you guys. The arm, and it's very faint, but it has a little R here to let you know right side. And if this is the front, it also has a little arrow here, as you can see, that says that this is the front. So it almost makes it a fail-safe thing that you can't put the arm on the wrong side. So it says R, even though this is the left, when we turn it over, we know now that this is the right. So super easy, a child could do it. Got it really tight and good. And by the way, guys, when I put the other one together yesterday, I realized this is probably one of the lightest chairs I've ever put together, because I've put a few together and they're heavy, they're bulky, they're clunky. This one is super, super light. Let's put the second arm on now. All right, guys, the next step is to put this on to the seated part of the chair. So let's do it. This comes here. and this comes just like that. Again, they make it fail-safe. I'm not sure if you could see, but right here it says front. Right here it says front, so you cannot mess this up. There's 4 screws. I know that it's these black screws because the base of this is black and they want to have the same color screws. So we're going to put the screws, get them started just like that. Boom, boom, boom. 2, 3, and 4. Got them started. Now I'm gonna use my trusty little tool to really tighten them good. Guys, this is literally taking me like 15 minutes to do. This is easily the chair for you. Again, I'm gonna put a link in the description, so just click on that link and the chair's yours. But watch the next step. All right, the next step couldn't be easier. On the bottom here is this little hole. You're simply gonna put it right on there. Check it. Done. Now, you can see all we have left is to put the back of the chair on. And frankly, there's only 4 screws left. You got 2 on this side and 2 on the other side, and they give you a couple spares in case. So we have 4 left and we are done. I'm gonna show you something else that they did here that is ingenious, and again, an awesome reason why you're gonna get this chair. All right, guys, I turned the chair around because the light is coming from the outside of the garage. But what's really nice and what I love about this and what makes your life so much easier, this will fit in here and it will be stationary. So you do not have to hold it while you're screwing the screws in. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. That fits in there. On this side, you're simply going to adjust it and fit it in there. And now it's rather secure other than the screws. It makes your life so much easier when you screw it in. It simply goes right there. You can't miss it, you can't mistake it. I like to put one on each side to make it easy and to just secure it. I mean, could this be any easier, guys? And I make my last couple turns. I wipe the arms, and we are complete. You want to go up, you want to go down. Super light, super easy. Let me show you the chair. They have this little compartment here, I guess, if you want to put certain things. I don't think I would ever use it, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed, YouTube. Link in the description.